Good morning, SK. I'm Noah.
And I'm Polis. Coming up on WTV, we have quite a bit of news for seniors and a lot of sports events happening over the weekend.
That's right, we can't waste any time today, so let's get started. To start us off, if you're planning on moving schools after first semester, you need to go through the withdrawal process. So be sure to stop by the ASB office for all the paperwork your new school will need. All school property, such as books, laptops, and chargers, must be returned by the end of the day next Thursday. And attention all sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Burley Glen will be attending Camp Seymour from March 2nd to the 4th, and they're looking for camp counselors. So if you're interested, stop by the counseling office for an application. And here's some fun news for all students. Every third Friday of the month at the Kitsap Rack, there is a free teen night with games and snacks. Before attending, parents should use the link on screen to register you. Again, this event is open to all SK students.
Now, some news for seniors. If you would like a quote in the yearbook, you have until the 31st to send it in. Be sure to send in your quotes to the email on screen now. If you're quoting someone else, be sure to include their name and be sure to keep them school appropriate. Again, quotes must be submitted by January 31st. Be sure to let your parents know that if they're interested in a custom senior recognition page in the yearbook, the deadline is February 6th. All information can be found at jostensAdService.com/student. It's oddly dry and warm for January. Do you need something to cool you down?
I don't think we have a choice.
You're sure that you want to do this?
Yes.
I've got it. I've got an energy drink.
What's the flavor?
Winter Wonderland.
Perfect, it's gonna work.
Don't forget, if you need a warm-up, to check out SK Latte as well. In sports, last night girls basketball beat GK 46-40. Boys, however, fell short against the Eagles. In the schedule of events, tomorrow the Wrestling Invitational will be in the main gym, girls wrestling will be away at Spanaway Lake, girls basketball will be away at Silas, and boys basketball will be away at Thomas Jefferson High School. Unified basketball will be at Mount Tahoma, and cheer will have a competition over at GK.
In club news, poetry will meet after school on Tuesday in room 332. The Ronald Weavers Guild will not be meeting for the rest of the month. AAPI will continue to meet the first and third Thursday of every month after school in room 336, with the next meeting being a week from today. If you're interested in youth activism, exploring different cultures, and building relationships with other local schools, reach out to Ms. Vega to attend the Kitsap Youth Rally at OC on March 24th. It'll be a full-day field trip with lots of activities. And the Boys Volleyball Club will be holding an interest and info meeting on January 29th in room 339. The clubs meeting today are Drama, Just Serve, and Link Crew. And the clubs meeting Tuesday, will be Academy of Modelers, D&D, Journalism, Poetry, and Speech and Debate.
Well, that's all for the news, but we do have just one more thing.
That's right. We all get a 3-day weekend after today, but it isn't for no reason, and it certainly didn't come easy.
Life for an African American before the 1960s was brutal. African Americans were forced to drink and eat from stations away from white people and herded into different buses, houses, hotels, and schools. Segregation existed in every state to some extent, but it was worse in the South. There came a point when a man by the name of Martin Luther King Jr. decided to stand up and dare to say no, this is not acceptable. With a goal in mind and a powerful voice to back him, King had arguably the largest impact of any civil rights activist of his time. King was a devoted pacifist, But his peaceful protests were not always met with peaceful opposition. King dedicated nearly 10 years of his life to making sure civil rights became a reality. He founded several organizations and organized dozens of protests, almost all of which were readily met with tear gas, hoses, and clubs being wielded by men intended to beat down the movement. Yet, despite all of that, King kept on going, kept on fighting, knowing very well at any protest, any gathering could be his last. Eventually, his day came.
Good evening. Dr. Martin Luther King, the apostle of nonviolence in the civil rights movement, has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
We set aside one day each year in loving memory of one great man's contribution to our country, not simply for his impact on the civil rights movement, for the turmoil he encountered for standing up for what he believed in, for his personal sacrifice, so that America could one day become an accepting nation.
In honor of MLK, our very own NJROTC has their MLK Day Community Service event on Monday. At 12 different locations around Port Orchard, cadets will be helping out our local community.
Places include the waterfront, Kitsap Regional Park, Retzel Veterans Memorial Park, and more.
If you'd like to join in, ask a cadet on how or contact Mr. Vickers. It may give you something to do this weekend.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm probably just gonna go home and get some rest and probably catch up on a few assignments. I'm actually passing my classes before the semester ends. What about you, Polis?
I'm just gonna sleep and work. That's it.
At least you're not super busy. Anyway, South, it's almost lunchtime, so we better end the show now. Have a great day, SK.